Well, the Utah County District Attorney announced that the state will seek the death penalty against Charlie Kirk's alleged assassin, Tyler Robinson. The state provided an overwhelming amount of new information in the case. Criminal defense attorney David Rabin joining us now. David, thanks for being here.
Sure.
Well, we know this is a high-profile case. What did you think about the amount of transparency in today's news conference?
Well, I think it was certainly appropriate that the government made its statement regarding the desire to seek the death penalty in the case. But as in all things, you have issues of fair trial rights for any defendant. And the more information that you convey publicly, the greater the potential prejudice to the defendant.
Well, giving the public more information up front certainly breeds more trust with the public. Can it jeopardize the ability to proceed with a fair and impartial jury? Let's break that down a little bit.
Well, one of the protections that our Constitution guarantees is the right to a jury trial. Included within that is a fair and unbiased jury. If you put out too much information as a prosecutor, you run a significant risk that the defendant will ask for a change of venue because the jury has been tainted or contaminated with pretrial publicity. And that's an enormous danger in this case. The prosecutor is going to want to try the case in the county where it happened to be a more favorable jury. But he could have so contaminated the veneer with his pretrial comments that a fair trial proved to be impossible.
Well, the district attorney did turn down questions, but certainly don't you think he had that in the back of his mind when he released that information today?
Well, there's always this delicate balance between too much and too little. Sometimes if you say almost nothing, then the public begins to wonder what it is that you're hiding from them. He's a public official, he's elected, and so he has to also play to his constituency. But he's also an attorney, and he is bound by certain ethical rules that limit what he can say. And it's tragic, this entire case. I just have to comment about this. This whole thing with this assassination is just horrible, and it implicated all sorts of First Amendment issues, but now we're talking about the Sixth Amendment right to a jury trial for the person who's accused of killing this man. And so the different constitutional issues come into play. So the prosecutor probably in this case, in my view, went right to the edge of what was permissible, but he declined some questions. You also have to remember that the president, another member, the attorney general, and the FBI director, they're all making comments about that. That's not particularly helpful when a trial judge is trying to make a decision about a change of venue, because that is an inconvenience to the witnesses and the parties and everyone else. So you have that delicate balance. I don't know that this will die down to where a judge would say a change of venue is not necessary, but right now it certainly is a possibility.
All right, David Rabin, thank you for your time.
Of course.